From this stretchy Serpent toy that can fetch thousands of dollars, to this extremely limited comic book that is worth more than you could ever imagine, these are 15 rare toys from the 1970s that are now worth a fortune. Hot Wheels Redlines. Hot Wheels Redlines are a collector's dream, produced during the first decade of the brand's existence from 1968 to 1977. These cars are identified by a distinctive red line around their tires. While this feature was revived for some vintage-style reproductions, finding an original red line is still a thrilling discovery. Given that children often played roughly with their Hot Wheels, smashing them together and rolling them through the dirt, Redlines in good condition are particularly rare. Despite their scarcity, these toys have become incredibly valuable, with some models fetching up to $10,000 on eBay. So, if you have a bucket of old Hot Wheels, it's worth checking for those iconic red lines. You might just have a fortune in your hands. Double telescoping Star Wars figurines. Double telescoping Star Wars figurines are among the most coveted collectibles from the 1970s. Released by Kenner as a promotion for the debut of Star Wars: A New Hope, these action figures featured a unique two-piece collapsible lightsaber. This design included main characters like Luke Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi. Due to production challenges and the subsequent shift to single-body lightsabers, these double telescoping versions became rare and highly sought after by collectors. Unopened figures, still in their original blister packs, can fetch tens of thousands of dollars. For instance, Sotheby's estimated the value of a boxed Luke Skywalker at around $12,000 to $18,000. If you have one of these figures in good condition, you might be holding on to a small fortune. Lord of the Rings Knickerbocker playsets. Most millennials and Gen Zers know the Lord of the Rings from Peter Jackson's popular early 2000s trilogy. But the 1978 animated adaptation also left its mark. Despite its infamy, the animated film fostered a dedicated fan base. As a tie-in, the toy company Knickerbocker created a playset featuring characters such as Frodo, Samwise, Frodo's horse, a ringwraith and his horse, Gandalf, Gollum, and Aragorn. Due to the film's poor performance, these toys were not in high demand and had a short market lifespan. Today, however, they are highly sought after by collectors. In mint condition, a complete set can fetch between $5,000 and $10,000. For example, a complete set sold for $8,000 through a vintage toy trader, highlighting their current desirability and value. Stretch Armstrong. Stretch Armstrong was a popular toy from the late 1970s that defied expectations. Made from a unique combination of corn syrup and latex, this action figure could be stretched and manipulated in various directions, unlike any other toy at the time. From 1976 until the end of the decade, it became a must-have for kids. Despite its mass production, finding an original Stretch Armstrong in its box and unstretched condition is surprisingly rare today. These pristine versions are highly valuable to collectors, fetching between $500 and $2,000. For instance, one Stretch Armstrong still in its box is listed for $829 on eBay, illustrating the enduring appeal and worth of this nostalgic toy. Stretch Armstrong Serpent. The Stretch Armstrong Serpent, released by Kenner Toys in 1978 as a companion to the iconic Stretch Armstrong figure, has become a sought-after rarity among collectors. While Stretch Armstrong himself remains a nostalgic favorite, worth hundreds of dollars in good condition, the Serpent variant is a true jackpot find. Originally produced in limited numbers, these Serpents are exceptionally rare to come by today. Collectors have shown a willingness to pay thousands of dollars for this eerie yet intriguing addition to the Stretch Armstrong line. One Serpent was even sold for a staggering $6,000, highlighting its extraordinary value among toy enthusiasts. Limited edition First Star Wars comic book. The limited edition version of the first Star Wars comic book is a prized collector's item. Released in 1977 by Marvel, this comic marked the beginning of the Star Wars franchise in print. Marvel published about 1,500 copies with a cover price of 35 cents instead of the usual 30 cents, making these editions editions exceptionally rare. This 5-cent difference has translated into significant value over the decades. Today, a copy of this limited edition comic can fetch around $7,500, illustrating how a small investment in 1977 has turned into a substantial return for collectors of rare Star Wars memorabilia. Remco Batman Utility Belt. The Remco Batman Utility Belt from the 1970s is a highly coveted collectible among fans and collectors. This toy set came equipped with numerous accessories, including a communicator, decoder glasses, a toy watch, handcuffs, a Gotham City decoder map, a secret identity card, and a secret message, among other gadgets. Its detailed design and numerous pieces made it a hit with children, but also challenging to keep intact. As a result, finding a complete set in good condition is rare. Today, such sets can sell for more than $3,000, highlighting the enduring appeal and value of this iconic Batman accessory. Alpine Man Pez Dispenser. In 1972, to commemorate the Munich Olympics, Pez released the Alpine Man Pez Dispenser. This collectible came in two variants, a mustachioed figure wearing a green alpine hat and a clean-shaven figure in a brown cap. The green hat variant is highly sought after and can be worth up to $3,000. The brown cap variant, however, is even rarer and is considered to be worth considerably more. Due to its extreme rarity, no definitive pricing exists for the brown cap version, making it one of the most elusive and valuable Pez dispensers for collectors. Original Mego Robin action figure. The original Mego Robin action figure from 1973 is a coveted piece among collectors. Produced during Mego's heyday as the world's greatest action figure company, this Robin the Boy Wonder figure originally featured a removable mask, distinguishing it from later versions where the mask was painted on. Due to the small and easily lost nature of the removable mask, finding a Robin figure in pristine condition with the mask intact is exceptionally rare. A recent sale exemplifies its value, with one such complete and well-preserved figure fetching $7,357, highlighting its significance and appeal to collectors of vintage action figures. Kenner Blythe Doll. The Kenner Blythe doll, introduced in 1972 and discontinued after just 1 year, has achieved cult status among collectors and enthusiasts. Known for her unique oversized head and large expressive eyes that change color with the pull of a string, Blythe quickly gained a devoted following despite her short-lived original production. Over the years, vintage Blythe dolls have become highly sought after, commanding significant prices in the collector's market. Hasbro's re-release of a modern version in 2010 under their Littlest Pet Shop line reignited interest in Blythe, further cementing her place in toy history. Recent sales have seen these vintage dolls fetching impressive sums, with one example selling for as much as $1,100, underscoring her enduring appeal and value among collectors. Walk Lively Barbie Doll. The Walk Lively Barbie Doll series from the early 1970s introduced a revolutionary feature with its rolling stand mechanism. This innovative design allowed Barbie, Ken, and Steffi dolls to simulate walking when the stand was attached to their legs, moving their arms and heads in tandem. Considered highly advanced for its time, the dolls captured the imagination of children and collectors alike. Vintage examples from this series have become prized among Barbie enthusiasts, fetching substantial prices in the secondary market. Recently, a Walk Lively Barbie doll sold for $680, highlighting both the nostalgia and enduring appeal of these pioneering toys from Barbie's diverse range of innovations over the decades. Batman's classic Corgi Batmobile and Batboat gift set. The Corgi Batmobile and Batboat gift set from 1976 remains a coveted collector's item among Batman enthusiasts and model car aficionados alike. Produced by Corgi Toys, renowned for their high-quality die-cast vehicles, this set capitalized on Batman's popularity in the 1970s. Featuring both the iconic Batmobile and Batboat in meticulous detail, it quickly became a cherished addition to any toy collection. Even without its original packaging, these vintage toys command impressive prices, often exceeding $1,000. Recently, a well-preserved set sold for $2,200, underscoring their enduring appeal and the nostalgia they evoke for fans of classic Batman memorabilia and Corgi's craftsmanship. Retro Mego Aquaman action figure. The Retro Mego Aquaman action figure exemplifies the golden era of Mego toys, which revolutionized the action figure industry during the 1970s. Founded in the 1950s, Mego initially produced inexpensive toys but pivoted under new leadership in 1971 to secure licenses for beloved characters from movies, TV shows, and comics. This strategic shift propelled Mego to fame as the world's greatest action figure company. Despite ceasing operations in 1983, Mego's original action figures remain highly sought after among collectors today, commanding substantial prices. Recently, an authentic Mego Aquaman action figure fetched $2,000, highlighting the enduring appeal and nostalgic value of these vintage toys among enthusiasts of pop culture memorabilia and action figure aficionados. Vintage Mego Kiss action figures. The vintage Kiss action figures, released by Mego in 1978, encapsulate the era's fascination with the iconic rock band Kiss. These action figures, doubling as dolls, became a must-have for fans and collectors alike. Preserved in their original packaging, these figures fetch significant prices today, reflecting their cultural impact and rarity. Even unboxed figures in good condition command high values, with recent sales reaching up to $1,000. This enduring demand underscores the enduring allure of Kiss memorabilia and the nostalgia for 1970s pop culture icons among collectors worldwide. Mego Biotron Micronauts. The Mego Biotron Micronauts, part of the iconic sci-fi toy line from the late 1970s, were ahead of their time in imaginative play. Biotron, the largest of the Micronauts, boasted versatility with detachable parts that allowed transformation into various vehicles. His clear chest shield could serve as a cockpit for other characters, adding to the playability. As a sought-after collectible today, a well-preserved Biotron Micronauts figure can fetch several $100s. Recent sales have seen prices around $250, reflecting both the nostalgia for vintage toys and the enduring appeal of Mego's innovative designs from that era. Those were 15 rare toys from the 1970s that are now worth a fortune. If you enjoyed today's adventure into history, consider subscribing to the channel for more dives into the past to come.